Welcome back, everyone. This is Jeff. Hey, I was thinking here the other day that since I had both of these cars in here at the same time, I kind of thought maybe I'll do a video on the differences of the Lamborghini Gallardo and the Ferrari 458 Spider, or 458 just in general. Both are 2012s here. So they're both the same year, and I'll go over some like specs on both cars and some of the options that they have, and like I said, talk about the differences. But as you can see here, like I said, the Lamborghini is a 2012 LP550-2, and the Ferrari is a 2012 Ferrari 458 Spider. Other than that, the Spider is obviously that's a convertible, and the Lamborghini is a coupe here. They did make a convertible model the same year. The Lamborghini actually has a 5.2 liter V10, 550 horsepower, weighs in at 3,042 pounds. The 458 is a 4.5 liter V8. 570 horsepower, 7-speed, where the Gallardo is a 6-speed. The Gallardo is a single clutch. That's a single clutch, and the dual clutch was not introduced until 2015 with the Huracan, with the Lamborghini. But the 458s were dual clutch since 2010 with the introduction of the 458, and that's a 7-speed dual clutch. So horsepower is 15 horsepower difference. I believe the Spider Gallardo has like 560, so you're talking 10 horsepower. And then some say that the 550 and the 560 they're the same horsepower, that they just did that for the brochure promotions. But they said they probably would not change the horsepower differences between the two models. So, but anyway, that's what it stated at 550. And anyway, I'll walk around both of them and point out a few differences in both these cars. I believe that the Ferrari is probably more technically advanced at this point in production than the Gallardo. The Gallardo had been in production for a few years now, since 2004. Even though the Gallardo, they did a change in 2008. They went from a 5-liter to the 5.2, and a few more options and stuff are available. They did make some changes, so it was a big improvement for the Gallardo. The clutch was improved. Still a single clutch though, whereas in 2010, the Ferrari went to a dual clutch, new model, 458. In that same time period, Ferrari went through 3 model changes from 2004 to 2014, or 12, I should say. 14 was the last year for the Gallardo. But the Ferrari did 3 changes in that time period. From around 2004 was when the Gallardo came out. The 360 was available still at that time in Ferrari. Then the 430 came out in 2005, and then the 430 was dropped in 2010 with the introduction of 458. While in that time period, the Gallardo was still in production until 2014, and then they ceased production in 2015. They came out with a Huracan redesigned car, dual clutch, electronic digital dash, where they got rid of the analog dash. So I'll go walk around both these cars and we'll review some of the differences in that. But anyway, we'll go over the Ferrari first here. Has LED headlights, whereas the Lamborghini does also. I said the Ferrari weighs a little bit more, about 300 pounds more than the Gallardo. The wheels are a little bit bigger. They came with carbon ceramic brakes. I couldn't tell you. I think that was standard by this time. I don't know if the 458 came with steel brakes anymore. Whereas the Gallardo, that was an option. You could still get, well, most of them came with steel brakes. Carbon ceramics was an option. So that is a difference there. But these have, let's see, for the front, the tires on the Ferrari are a lot bigger. Ferrari has 235 ZR20s on the front compared to the Lamborghini. It's got a 235 ZR19s, so 19s compared to 20s. And then the rear on the Gallardo is a 295 ZR19s, whereas on the Ferrari they are 295 ZR20. So there's a tire difference between the two models. And like I said, that's carbon ceramic brakes compared to your steel brakes on the Lamborghini. Like I said, it was an option. Also, this has rear LEDs, whereas I believe the Lamborghini does not. They're incandescent. Let me see here. These may be LEDs in here. So, but anyway, the Ferrari had a few options on them. Let's see here. This has a lot of more carbon fiber stuff that's available. Some of the Lamborghini stuff had carbon fiber stuff that was available, but most of that stuff was on the limited production stuff. So this car has carbon seats, or racing seats, or carbon fiber back rear seats here. The back panels, carbon fiber. Let me swing out here a little bit. It has carbon fiber dash. Insert here, center console. This car does not have a lift system. Some cars did. No cameras. Even though this car has cameras on it, this was an aftermarket mod. But factory, this was not standard equipment. So Ferrari did not offer that as standard equipment, where Lamborghini did at the time. You can see that the Ferrari here has a lot more technology built into it at the time. Whereas Lamborghini didn't really add a lot of technology until the introduction of the Huracan. So you can see here, the instrument cluster here has two screens that are digital. And as you see here, what it looks like when they're turned on. Don't mind this car. We're still working on this. So the part of the dash has been removed. We're waiting on some parts here to finish this up. But yeah, you can see that the instrument cluster is a lot advanced, more advanced than the Lamborghini at the same time period. Also, the steering wheel on the Ferraris are a lot more advanced. It's more of an F1 technology that's built into the steering wheels and that. A lot more confusing than the Lamborghini. It actually has a tach here, rev limiter, that LEDs that light up at a certain point. As you can see here, it's nice interior. This car is really outfitted nice. This is not a standard interior. A lot of these cars did not come with carbon fiber interior parts. But see here, let's open the trunk up area up front. This has a nice add-on here, carbon fiber badges. As you can see, the LED lights there on the Ferrari. Seems like the Ferrari has more trunk space than the Lamborghini does. I can see quite a bit. I don't think you can put golf clubs or anything in there, but you could probably put a couple of nice bags in there if you wanted to take it somewhere. So it's a lot larger. As you can tell. And like I said, this is a Spider. So not really too much of a difference between the coupe, I believe. But the coupe offered a clear glass where the Spider did not. And like I said, this is a V8 compared to a V10. And it's got a lot of carbon fiber on the outside here. The rear diffuser in that, and carbon surround right here, which is a nice effect. It always looks nice when you got carbon fiber. I believe the top speed in both these cars is pretty similar in that respect. But other than that, I think they're pretty close in as far as specs, speeds, and that. All right, now we're going over to the 2012 Lamborghini Gallardo LP550-2. This was a limited production model. Most of these cars were all-wheel drive. They introduced the two-wheel drive version with the Balboni first, and then later on they introduced the LP550, which I believe there's a little over 500 of these that came to the U.S. So this is kind of a rare car. And this car had a few options on it. This has actually rear cameras. This does have a lift system where the Ferrari does not. That was an option for the Ferrari. You could get the lift system on the Ferrari, but that was an option. In 2008 or 9, when they had the model change, they introduced a new redesigned front end and rear end on the Gallardo. The interior on the Gallardos, this is all leather. You could get Alcantara also interior, and then you could get stitching and stuff like that. That was other options in that. This car here doesn't really have too many options. It's full leather. It does have the badging on the passenger side, which that's an option. Has a leather headliner. Has the lift system, which was standard for Lamborghini at this time in 2012. It does have the rear backup camera. It has manual seats, where the Ferrari over there, well, I think it's manual too because of the racing seats in it, but they did offer power seats in both models. And also you can see that, let me go over here on the driver's side. This was a single clutch car. These were all single clutch until the introduction of the Huracan, where the Ferrari 458 is a dual clutch. They both have launch control. Well, that's what it's called with Ferrari. This is called thrust control. Same thing. Systems operate pretty close, but like I said, dual clutch is a more effective system than the single clutch. You can actually, with the single clutch here, you can actually feel the shifts, where the dual clutch on the Ferrari, it's more of a smoother transition from gear to gear. This is a 6-speed compared to the 7-speed on the Ferrari. It's mostly analog. I mean, you do have a display here that shows you a few things. It'll show you like if you have any issues, your tire pressures and stuff like that are through there. You can scroll through the menu. Let me close this door so you guys don't have to listen to the dinging. Oh, it stopped. So as you can see, it has different menus, has a lap counter, and it tells you the mileage and temperature and that. So if you had any other issues, it would show up there. Like right now, it's showing up low on fuel. But as you can see here, the Lamborghini is a lot less advanced than the Ferrari. There's nothing on the steering wheel. There's no tack up here. There's no other buttons except the horn. And then you got your paddles on the side here. That's about it. Whereas informational system, it does have GPS, nav, and that, which both cars have. So there's your select your gears here. But other than that, it's more of a basic car than the Ferrari. But power-wise, horsepower, they're pretty close. In performance, not too far off each other. I've seen races between the two cars, and they'll go back and forth as far as who wins. So anyway, but this is my car here, the Lamborghini, and then this is a customer's car over here. The Ferrari 458 is a customer's car. Like I said, both are great cars. If I was to choose, it would be a hard thing to choose between the two. I mean, like I said, they're both great cars. If you're particular to one brand or the other, like I said, I've had both now. I was a Ferrari owner for years, and then went to Lamborghini here recently. So, like I said, both are very dependable. Both are probably could be driven every day if you'd like. Also wanted to show you here the LED layout of the Lamborghini. When they updated the front end, they also updated the headlights on the Lamborghini, as you can see. It's a kind of aggressive look. Nice layout for the LEDs. If on the older Lamborghinis, they did not have the LEDs, and the headlights came up a lot further up on the hood. They shortened them with the new design. So if you see some of the older ones, the headlights, like I said, on the newer ones are shorter than the other ones. And also the taillights were redesigned. So, like I said, the taillights on the older cars, they come up on the rear fender here. This is a nice redesign. So, oh, and then also this has an active spoiler. So this spoiler here on some of these is active, not on all cars. That was an option. Some have a big wing on the back, where Ferrari didn't have anything like that. Also, so anyway, other than that, don't know really what to say. But like I said again, they're both nice cars, fun to drive. Like I said, I've driven both. Different experience, but they are both fun. So it'd be hard to choose on what car to have. It'd be nice to have both. All right. I'll show you the difference between the engine compartments here. Like I said, this is a V8. It's jammed in there on the Ferrari. And then go compare the Lamborghini. You got that monster V10 packed in there. Also, wanted to show you the trunk area on the Lamborghini is quite a bit smaller. You have like a first aid kit and a few other things. Like I think it's an air inflator for the tires, and then that is a tool kit, and then that's your trunk space. Like I said, quite a bit smaller than the Ferrari. You probably fit a bag in there, but it'd be very small bag. Another thing that I like is the color. I actually like white is one of my favorite colors. Shows less dirt. Black is nice, but it's a pain to keep clean. So if I did have a preference, I would probably choose a white Gallardo. But black's nice. All right, so all I want to do now is just tell you guys thanks for watching, and hope you liked the video. I know I kind of jumped around from different areas, but it's easier said than done, and because you think of things while you're walking around and other things pop up in your head. So anyway, I don't really edit my videos, so that explains why they're kind of choppy the way they are. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe, follow us, and check us out in the future, because we've got some exciting projects coming up. All right, catch you then. Bye.